Hi everyone, today I would like to show you my MOC version of the 6955 Space Lookup Isolation base from the Space Police 1 series. First I would like to tell you why and how I wanted to rebuild this set, what were my aims, my motives, my targets for rebuilding this set. To show you how it originally loaded, I have to rely on printout because I've almost reused all its parts in the MOC. So this is how it looks. It's basically a corridor way with some option to hold some of the iconic prison cells from the Space Police 1 series. The first thing that bugged me is how skeletonical this corridor way is. So there are some panels used here, but I wouldn't say this is a very massive build. And the second thing is, if it's a lookup base, if it's an isolation base, why are all the prison cells on the top of the set? Why not inside? So it's a little strange for me. From the instructions, is a different view how it's built, and you can also see there is a transport vehicle here. Of course, you can put prison cells on the back of it, and you can put it inside the hallway, and it has a working function like this. So there is a Technic rack here. If you turn it around, then this transport vehicle will come out, and this part will open up and the prison will lay down in the back. I wanted to keep something like this in the rebuild, so to have functioning moving parts where the prison cell can be put in or taken out from the prison cell, but something a little bit more massive, something a little bit more realistic. And I wanted to have a better use of the interior of the whole build and not, just the railway inside. Let's see how I managed to do this. Oops. Something I've almost forgotten. This is not only a rebuild to the lookup base, but also the message decoder. To be honest, I found the message decoder a little bit weak, and I wanted to integrate this the message decoder with this set. So instead of keeping it as just normal vehicle, I wanted to transform it into a transport vehicle. So he will be responsible for bringing the Space Police prisons around the jail, and he will help in loading this into the jail. So let's review this guy on its own. So basically it's a double size Lego vehicle. This is how it looks all around. And of course he's designed to bring the prison around. You can also drop it down. If he doesn't want to have it loaded, leave it there. This is how it looks without the prison cell. One of the things, if I can be proud of something, is this part. This is resolved with a brick, and the little angle gives it a very good look in my eyes. Okay, of course we have some exhausts here in the back, and also some minifig tools. And he can not only sit in this position, but he can come out and sit in an alternate position. This might be useful when he is loading in or out the prison cell. Of course, he has some control panels as well here, and he can also come out and maybe load in or out the prison cell from the outside. Why not? Something I'm very proud about, not only this message decoder rebuild, but the whole set, is that in 99.9% it only uses parts that already existed in the Space Police 1 series itself. So it need not be necessarily on this set, but maybe in the Galactic Enforcer or whatever. And one of the tricks I had to resolve is how to have double-sized wheels, wheels far enough from each other, and I've reused the original Message Decoder wheels, but in the middle section there are no tires on the wheels, so this is how I gained a double width for this set, to be able to fit in the minifig and the prison as well. Okay, but let's return to the prison itself, and we will see how this Message Decoder rebuild contributes to the set later. For first look, you can see that it's more massive than the original build. I wanted to have it much more secure, so to say, so that all the prison cells can be put inside of the building, and the Blackthrons will have a little bit harder thing to break their friends free. And also I wanted to give some protection to the building, so when Blackthrone attacks arrives, then they will not have an easy thing to set their friends free. Okay, going deeper into the set, one of my main motives have been to keep as much iconic parts of the Space Police 1 set as possible, so I've tried to reuse a lot of panels, both the corner panels and the normal panels. Tried to find a good use for the cockpits themselves. So this is some kind of sentinel outpost or watchman post. Here we have some Space Police guys just watching out whether Blackthrons are attacking. We have a second one as well here on the left. And also I really like how the red bars are used in the prison cells, so I wanted to reuse that idea for the doorway as well. Okay, one thing I'm proud about in this set is this little turret base. So as you can see, it's a fortified, shielded turret that can hinge around, shoot in the air or shoot in the distance for Blackthrone attacks. But this is not only a turret base as it is. This whole thing can open up like this. So if you want, you can also regard this as some kind of I don't know, some kind of satellite or radio station, or it can also come out on its own and fly around as an air vehicle. Of course, if somebody knows the Space Police 1 set very heavily, then they know something seems like cheating here, right? Because these blue tabs were indeed not in the original Space Police 1 series, but due to the fact that they have been used in the Future series for robots, I've made an exception to use those. In fact, they weren't in the Space Police 1 set, but they were, on the other hand, used in the same era, in very similar sets, so why not? Sometimes it's the simple things or the minor details that I love most about rebuilding Lego sets, and for me, this little ammo crate here with the housing is one of the parts that are surprisingly fun for me. I'm sure if I will build any more Space Police 1 sets, I will use this heavily. Okay, let's have a look at the sides of this set. Nothing special, just down bars are reused, and we have some radio scanners again for Blackthrone attacks. You will see later on from the inside that these have some operational posts, but we will see it later when we go inside. Okay, now comes the fun part. I will show you how Technic racks and all the functions have been reintroduced to this set. This little, how to say, what is it? This is a crane cockpit, is the key to it. We have to reintroduce the Message Decoder, unload the prison cell, and this little crane here can move around horizontally and also vertically. It can go down for the prison cell itself. The prison cell with these modified blades can be clicked on the robot arms. And of course he will raise it up. And where does it go? Of course to these little containers. We have to turn it around, and I will try to position it the best I can so that it's visible. Yes, like this. So he can put it inside this little container. And we also have studs here on jumpers that will secure the prison cells themselves. So we can let it down, put it there, and the crane comes up, goes away, and here we have the little bastard is secured away. Of course, if you look at the back of this, then you can also see there is one part where I'm cheating again, the same piece that I have used in the tactical track, the spy track rebuild. This style with the short arrow, again, I could not withstand the temptation to reuse that. Okay, now let's go inside the base and see where this guy went. Okay, here we are looking at the inside. As you can see, there are 3 positions to put there the prison cells. We have some positions to hold some minifig tools. We have a control panel with a safety switch. If they should try to escape, everything can be locked down physically. Also, here we have a position, let me focus in, for looking outside. This little, what is this? This little thing? I don't know. Joins this one so he can control these radars or something like that. Here we have the internal position for the sentinels. On the other side we have a pair of these magnifiers or radar dishes, and also here we have another control panel that can be used for inspecting evidences of the crime or anything like that. So that's all. That's my rebuild of the space lookup isolation base and the message decoder. I hope you liked it. If you liked it, there are some more still images on Flickr. You will find the link in the description. Go there, check there, and feel free to comment. Thanks, bye.